The sea was calm the night Daniel first saw the light. It blinked faintly from the horizon, a solitary pulse cutting through the heavy mist. He had been sitting on the deck of his small fishing boat, letting the waves rock him, when his eyes caught that strange glow. For a moment, he thought it was nothing more than a ship's lantern, but the rhythm of the light was different, steady, deliberate, almost like a heartbeat. Daniel had lived by the sea all his life. He knew every reef, every tide, and every trick of the coastal weather. Yet he had never once heard of a lighthouse standing in that part of the bay. His town's lighthouse had been abandoned for decades. Its tower collapsed during a storm when Daniel was still a child. The idea that another beacon could exist there, pulsing silently in the fog, made his skin prickle. He went back to shore that night unsettled. His sister Clara noticed it immediately when he walked into their small seaside cottage. "You look like you've seen a ghost," she teased, though her eyes studied him with concern. Daniel shook his head. "Out there, past the rocks, I saw a light, like a lighthouse, but it doesn't make sense." Clara frowned. "There hasn't been a lighthouse there since—" "I know," Daniel interrupted. He poured himself tea, trying to steady his nerves. "But I saw it, I swear." Over the next few nights, he went out again. Each time, the light returned, blinking in the same measured rhythm. Curiosity gnawed at him. Finally, one evening, he decided to follow it. The journey wasn't easy. The waters near the horizon were treacherous, filled with hidden currents and jagged rocks. But Daniel was a skilled sailor, and the beacon seemed to guide him, always flashing ahead like a promise. After hours of navigating through fog, he saw it, a towering structure rising from an isolated cliff. A lighthouse, weather-beaten but undeniably real, its lantern burning with eerie brightness. Daniel's breath caught. "Impossible," he whispered. He anchored his boat and climbed onto the rocks. The lighthouse stood silent, its door ajar, as though inviting him in. The air smelled of salt and rust. He stepped inside. The interior was strange. Dust lay thick on the floor, yet the lantern above continued to shine. The walls bore carvings, symbols he didn't recognize, spirals and runes etched deep into stone. And in the middle of the ground floor stood a chair, facing the sea, as if waiting for someone. A whisper brushed his ear. "Welcome back." Daniel spun around, heart pounding. The room was empty. From that night on, the lighthouse haunted him. He tried to tell Clara, but she dismissed it as exhaustion or dreams brought on by too many long nights fishing. Yet he couldn't stay away. Each visit, he discovered something new. A journal lying open on a desk with fresh ink on its pages. A staircase that shifted direction when he wasn't looking. Voices calling his name from the lantern room above. The journal fascinated him most. It belonged to a man named Elias Grayson, the lighthouse keeper. Yet the dates in the journal were centuries old. The entries spoke of storms that never ended, of ships guided safely through unnatural waters, of bargains struck with the sea itself. One passage made Daniel's blood run cold. "The keeper must remain. The sea demands it. If I leave, the light will fade, and the ocean will take what it is owed. The next keeper must be chosen, not born. The sea has chosen before, and it will choose again." Daniel slammed the journal shut. His hands trembled. The implication was clear. The lighthouse wasn't abandoned. It was waiting. Weeks passed. Daniel's obsession grew. He began dreaming of waves crashing against cliffs, of a voice calling from the deep, "Keeper, keeper, keeper." He woke drenched in sweat, yet always compelled to return to the tower. Clara noticed his decline. "You're not eating, Daniel. You look like death." "I can't explain it," he said, staring into the fire. "That place